Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of A Perfect Life, a novel, by Danielle Steel, performed by Edoardo Ballerini. L'amour n'a pas d'âge. Love has no age. True love is like a special language. You either speak it or you don't. Lale Shahide. Chapter 1. Crowds of students began congregating outside Royce Hall Auditorium at UCLA 2 hours before Congressman Patrick Olden was scheduled to speak, an hour before they opened the doors. He had been invited by an enterprising professor who taught a class on citizenship and public service, open to juniors and seniors. But once the congressman accepted, he had sent out notices to all political science majors, and the auditorium was expected to be full. They were estimating that 2,000 students would be there. And judging from the number of people waiting for the doors to open, there might even be more. He was a popular congressman, with a liberal voting record dedicated to the underdog, and was known for championing minorities, including women, and sympathetic to the issues of youth and the elderly. And he had 4 kids of his own. He was married to his childhood sweetheart, and everybody loved him. The students were excited to hear him speak that day. The crowd was orderly once the doors were open, on a brilliantly sunny, warm October day. Olden was scheduled to begin addressing them at 11, with time set aside for questions from the audience after his speech. He was scheduled to have lunch with the chancellor afterward and fly back to Washington that afternoon. Getting him there at all had been a major coup. It wasn't for a commencement address or a law school graduation. It was just a class, and all of them were thrilled to have him there. Luckily, it had dovetailed with his plans in a meeting with the governor the day before, and a dinner in his honor to receive an award. Pat Olden was a beloved figure, with both young and old. One of his own kids, his oldest son, was at USC, and he had breakfast with him that morning. Patrick Olden appeared on the stage less than 10 minutes late, while they waited backstage for the crowd to settle down. He stood at the podium with his warm smile, his eyes sweeping the crowd. You could hear a pin drop in the room when he began, and students without seats sat cross-legged in the aisles and stood at the back of the room. They paid rapt attention to everything he said about government today, and what their responsibilities would be if they chose a career in politics. He talked about his own college days and explained,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?